Alright, how's everybody doing? Hey, this is my first and probably my only mechanic video, but I have a 2010 Chevy Malibu and I had to change the light bulb, so I figured that's pretty easy. So I came home and I looked on YouTube, and there was a few videos out there, but most of them had you take off a bunch of screws and bolts and nuts on top, and also on the bottom drop your bumper and take the whole headlight off. And then in one of those videos I was reading through the comments, and one guy said, well, I put my hand in through the top, remove the water, when you fill the water for water fluid, washer fluid, remove the top of that and squeeze your hand in there. Yes, it was a tight squeeze. So if you have huge hands, then it's probably not going to work, but I got decent sized hands and I squeeze it in there. I think it make it easier if you remove the whole battery casing and the fuse box. It'll be a lot easier to access. Well, let me show you how it looks. Okay, so here's the front. I removed this. I put it right back on top just for reenactment, but I took off the battery cover. That's fairly easy. Just push the knobs and pull it off. I took off the fuse box, although I don't think it was necessary, but it probably gave me a little bit of room. There is a little washer right here. You just pull that out, wiggle this off. Now you have the little window washer fluid spigot. And now it's where it gets just a little tricky. I already took the light bulb out, but you gotta go in here, inside here, basically to that back corner, and squeeze your hand in there. I don't know if you can see my little headlight is on. You gotta squeeze, get back there. You'll know there's a few wires. You'll know when you grab the light bulb one, because at the same time you're looking over here to see which wire is pulling the little light bulb. And this is for the regular low beam, not for the high beam, okay? Well, I just put the new light bulb on, and as you can tell, of course you want to test it before you put everything back to figure out if it works. I went in there, and as you can tell, it does work. So let me replace it and be done. All right, it does work. I would say is that you're in there with your fingers, and you're basically working with 2-3 fingers, and this is my left hand, because you can't go in there with your right hand if you're doing the driver's side. So if you're not coordinated with your left hand, you're gonna have a hard time. It took me about maybe 30 minutes to get that light bulb back in. So unless you know what you're doing, you can drop the bumper. It'll probably be a lot easier. And then what I learned was, in the light bulb, this is the old one, it has three little things. One of them is bigger than the other. So when you're messing around in there, you have to make sure that the top one, this one here, is considered the top one, which is the bigger one. When you're putting the light bulb in there, I was putting it in there sideways, so I was trying to do this, kind of like this, and I was there for a while. And then I looked at the other light bulb that's already on. Then I realized, oh, this is the bigger one than the two, so it has to go in this way, basically. And that was hard to do. So once you get it in there, you're wiggling, and then you finally get it in, and then you have to turn it so it can lock in. And that was hard, especially when you're working with 2 fingers. So that's another way to do this if you feel like doing it. You see, I did it, so I know you can do it, especially if you're more mechanically inclined. Or you can just go the other route and drop the whole bumper and do the whole thing if that's easier for you. If you know what you're doing, that might be easier. I just didn't want to mess with that. So this was a lot easier. Altogether, it'll probably take you 30 minutes now that I know what I'm doing as far as putting the light bulb in there properly. So give it a shot. This is, once again, maybe suits the Malibu from 2008 to 2012. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. And I will never put another mechanical video up, so there's no need to subscribe to get mechanical tips. However, my channel is basically geared toward those who were in the church system and left the church system, or want to leave the church system, but still have a relationship with God. So you can subscribe to that. I do a lot of different lessons on basically how to quit church without quitting God, and how to live in God's grace. Okay, so God bless you. I hope you enjoyed this mechanical tutorial. the one and only, and the only one I'll ever put up. God bless you, and enjoy your day.